just under 6 minutes. So
Yep.
it gives a decent amount of time.
I don't, so are the judges gonna knock, are they gonna cut them off at 5, or are they gonna cut them off at 7 no matter what?
It should be 7 no
Seven.
matter what.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
so they're fine, so we didn't have to cut them off on that, so that, they have plenty of room to mess with.
It did feel a little rushed. The presentation felt a little rushed.
I felt though at the end, like it was part of the fact they were like, oh well, but we need to tell you about all these different things. I felt that that was like part of the presentation, so I didn't think that was terrible.
Not
They ran
the
through.
whole thing just felt very.
Like when she said relay for life, I was like, whoa, there's all these things, and I know they're trying to get. I mean, we've seen many of these. I've coached many of these, and as has Mary.
Yeah.
But they try to just put in so much stuff. I don't blame them for that.
No.
I think every team's gonna. I think it's very creative what they've done, and I think that's the stating character the whole time. I liked. There's a lot of things I really liked. The transitions from the script to when at the end when they stepped forward and said this is, and they kind of got out of character on purpose. I think that was smooth.
The personal story that Julie mentioned about the girl that she impacted,
Yeah.
that was excellent.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, that was.
And it wasn't very long, and so that was good.
It wasn't very long. That's my only critique is when we asked them questions, their answers were too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I want to ask some more questions.
And it
I-
also,
I'm out of time.
it also took them a second to figure out who should be answering the question.
Yes, the back and forth, so that they're able to step forward and kind of
Mm-hmm.
be able to answer that
Yeah,
right away.
each person
3 questions or
take-
4? 1, 2, 3.
I think we got 4, because I did
Yeah.
2.
You did
2.
too.
Okay.
The ultimate question.
I definitely feel like one of the things that they should work on is having one person designated for each kind of question they should anticipate, or
Yes.
could anticipate.
One thing I didn't hear anything about, maybe I dismissed it, but I know the program pretty well, but they're one of the programs that they do a lot of work, and Jim Langfield teaches a big class, and they've integrated first into the curriculum of the school. I don't know how you put that into the presentation, but that's a special thing that 135 has that a lot of other teams don't, and it's something they should be proud of. And for many years they've had this class, and they've impacted tons of kids because the turnover in the class every year it's not, it used to be only seniors. And I was why are only seniors involved? But then if you think about that, if you've got 30 seniors or 25 seniors, now they have younger kids involved too, but you have 25, 30 seniors every year. That's a huge amount of impact compared to some of our teams. So we have 25 kids on the team and only a quarter of them are seniors. So I don't know how you fit that into this, but that's the impact of the number of students that have been involved over the years. I was going to ask that question. I think that's a huge number. And also the percentage, they do track the percentage of students who go to tech degrees.
Yep.
And they didn't talk about that at all. I think they can give us some quantitative numbers.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
My question though is, I'm wondering if they're trying to balance what's in the presentation versus what's in the essay, because, and you would hope at the World Championship level that they're able to properly have time to review, the essay and be able to ask questions from both the presentation and the essay. I don't know if that always happens, and so it's always best practice to make sure that you are covering some of the high notes in the presentation, because that's your one-on-one time with the judges.
Yeah.
So maybe I think it would be a good idea, like you said, Andy, to mention, that it's really unique that you have an in-school program.
I don't know if these kids know that. I don't know if these students know how unique the 135 program is compared to everybody else. Maybe they do. I mean, we'll have to ask them.
Ask them, I'm not sure they do.
Because most teams, I'd say 5% of the teams have a curriculum integrated this first, like 135 has. 90 to 95% of the teams do not. And it's hard to get to that point.
And curriculum, I mean, that's key. That's like the great, buzzword there to explain that.
And they didn't, and they need, I know it's gonna change their script, but I wanna hear it. I wanna hear it, because these judges won't know that.
Not only that, but FIRST is focusing so much on alumni now.
Yep.
That to have just a quick blurb,
Yeah, give us some numbers.
quick blurb with some numbers on alumni.
Well,